Ooh, looks like I'm live. And for a minute there, I thought I was just going to circle of doom me into infinity. I hope that everybody is having a super fun Saturday. I do. uh, this was a spur of the moment decision, kind of egged on by, hey, Rebecca. Hello. How you doing? Great to see you last night. I had so much fun with you guys. I kind of got, poked a little bit today verbally. Get myself online, stop hiding in the corner. Not that I have been hiding. I've been hiding in the corner of the basement with some small piles of paper, which has been super fun. So I thought I would get on here and we just play with some stuff and look at what I've got and what my plans kind of are. And you guys recognize the I Did It journal. It's my listy thing. I'm going to do a couple of other things with it as well as soon as I figure out where I put my scissors. I have something I'm trying to, you know me, always moving stuff around. Well, I can't find the pair I want, but ta-da, a pair of scissors. So remember last night I did harvest another I Did It. Look, and it's a little bigger than my I Did It. So I thought what I might do is start adding them in just for funsies, right? Now I do have, I've kind of made a mess off to the side of me of things I wanted to show and talk about. So I'm not sure where everything, but here we go. I don't have any inks yet, but I have this. So I thought I would get the black one and because I think this came out of, this was Better Homes and Gardens maybe. So I don't know. Anyway, the fact I had multiples before I moved, so I know I will get more. And all I'm going to do is just carefully and slowly, because I tend to write all over things if I'm not careful. So I'll make extra lines that I maybe don't want to make into the words themselves. I've done it many times. So I put the link for this on Patreon. YouTube will do its thing whenever YouTube does its thing. I decided at the last minute to come on, so I didn't give it a half an hour's notice or an hour. So some people will probably just be getting the notice maybe when we're wrapping up. And then I'm going to let that sit there for a minute and dry because you know how these things work. And we'll be using some liquid glue because I've run out of glue stick. I am a glue stick. I'm hard on glue sticks. Let's say they don't last long around here. But I'm going to leave this. I'm going to lay this on its side so it starts running down to the edge there. But so I think we'll just start adding in more I Did It. When I harvested this one, that's one of the things that came to my mind. Not immediately. It struck me maybe 20 or 30 minutes later to just add it to the cover, for fun. And I could even get some ransom lettering and do maybe, some out of different letters. That could be definitely fun. So, yeah, I'm going to glue that down just as soon as I think that's dry. So I did bring this with me. I shoved it in my suitcase. I made it work. And then I also brought this one, which is, I made, I think, 3 or 4 of these. And then I made another couple more. But this is in the original batch of 3. So all this fun. This is going to be my first glue book because it's what I have. And it is awesome. It is beyond awesome. Love this envelope. That's just junk mail. Just junk mail happening right on the spot. Same here. I'm working on getting a post office box so that I can have some travel brochures and stuff sent to me. Some fabric. Remember, we thought this is the Big Ben, the the clock tower in London, but when you invert it, it looks a little bit like an alien face. So having fun with that. So yeah, this will be my first glue book that we'll be working on periodically. I jump around, and this is a money grant envelope that Carla sent me that was super, super grungy. And then, we've used these and some fast food bags. There's a grocery, no, that's a sub, Firehouse subs. They make good subs. Junk mail. There's a smaller Firehouse, Daiso. Sadly, no Daiso here, so no more Daiso bags. Boo hoo hoo, right? So yeah, so this is going to be my first glue book. And look at that. It was folded up in my suitcase. Well, this wasn't folded, but it was in with my folded clothes and stuff. So we're probably going to celebrate 200 years. Maybe we could put something else down here that's funny and add a few other elements. But I think I'm going to leave that the way it is, and we'll just start from there with the glue booking. That should be, hey, Yesenia, how you doing? Lovely to see you. How's your Saturday going? So there is that. And then, there's my, I did it, which I haven't used since I got here. I unpacked it and stuck it on a shelf, and I'm just going to glue this other I did it down. And hopefully we'll find some more as time goes on. I can't remember the magazine exactly, but it's one that I harvested previously quite often. And so I'm sure that I will be able to harvest it and be pretty good. Awesome. Glad to hear it. How's that grandbaby doing? I see pictures sometimes on your Facebook feed. I'm always like, oh, I have that, that moment. Babies are so precious. So there we go. Even without ink, we got a little border around that. And then, so I was doing to-do list, and I have not used it since I got here. I'll be doing some of that, but I'm also gonna, oh, look. Let's see. Let me put the lid back on my glue in case I knock it over. Baby boy is doing well. Nice. Glad to hear it. So we got over here. I was keeping track of of horror movies I was watching, which I have not watched a horror movie since I've been here. So it started here, and then it flipped over here, and then so I'm going to keep tracking my horror movies there. I think I have a place near the back where I was tracking. Yeah, here. My 2024 Christmas movies. So I started the 1st of December, and I watched 36 Christmas rom-com type movies. So I'll get an image. I have a couple of favorites. Maybe we can get a few to add to that. So how fun, right? So there was something specific that I had an idea to do in here today, and it has run right out of my head. But let's find a page where we might put it on. Look, there's the Halloween Dutch Brothers sticker. I don't know if they have Dutch Brothers here. So could be a long while. But I'm able to drink coffee at home. They are coffee drinkers as well. Oh, and this is my list of movies, possible watches that I got from a list online. And I picked out the ones I thought that I would enjoy. And then some of these are like Pitch Black I've seen. I saw Absentia a long time ago. And then some of them are new to me. Night of the Comet's a really old one. I'm going to try and see if I can find it. I'd like to finish Dark Shadows, that kind of stuff. But let's find I don't remember what it was I was going to do. But we have other stuff to do. I have my Creative Chaos. And I wanted to show off, you guys. So we're gonna work a little bit in this one. Look at, there's a Trader Joe's near here, so I have a couple of Trader Joe's bags. I've managed to score, some of the puffy mailers. in 2 different sizes. So 2 of the smaller ones and 1 of the ginormous ones. I took apart one of these, and then I'm going to try and use these. So I am going to make a little bookie. And then these are the last batch of the Blueberry Kisses paper. So I'm going to, these ones, they're the damaged ones you can see. So I'll use these in my journal. There's some holes right there that I poked. I got hungry. I ate a corner. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes you just, and I chewed on this one a little bit. You know, you leave me down in the basement long enough, weird things happen. So these ones from the Blueberry Kisses pack, they'll be a part of this first journal that I make as well. Because, you know, use what you have. I'll throw in a couple of book pages too from the die. But so I just wanted to show, look, I'm already seriously, sillily collecting things to make another journal. So I thought you guys might be excited about that. That's going to be the thing I make on April the 2nd, my birthday, when I go live for a Patreon only live stream. So if you want to make, you can gather some similar stuff, some used items, some recycled stuff. You can build solely from, but if you want to build a journal along with me, whatever kind you like, on the 2nd, we'll be doing like a 3-hour live stream. And I thought if you guys wanted to play along, you could start gathering up some stuff. I'm going to make similar to these ones. So if you are so inclined, this is my favorite style, and I hope to get 2 out of it, but you never know what you're going to get. But I am gathering up things as I go along, and this is my journal that I'm working on. So here we are. And I've been working with some prompts. And last time I recommended a comedian and a movie. You're loving your journal. I am so glad. I'm glad that you would, because I really love that format. I love the unevenness, and it's a slightly bigger size than normal, and it allows you to just kind of do whatever you want in there. It doesn't feel. I don't feel like sometimes I feel like journals are a little fussy, and maybe I worry I'm going to write the wrong thing. I'll be like, oh, I ruined the whole journal. With that, I never feel that way, because whatever you do to it, it's going to be fine. And if I don't like it, I can put something else over it, honestly. So for the journal prompt here, it's foods you would like to try. I have been experiencing some Indian food here. So, which is new for me, and I am really loving it. Yes, cover it up. If you hate it, cover it up. You don't have to stay married to anything that you put in a journal. If you journal something that you never want anybody to read, then you can, of course, paint over it or put a picture over it. Sometimes it's good just to get it out, even if you don't leave it. I know some people that they exclusively journal angry things. They have like a mixed media book for it, and then they black gesso over it, and then they make some mixed media. It's a good way to, it's cathartic, you know? So I'm going to leave this space over here. I need to still put in the temperature and stuff, and I don't feel like looking it up. So for today's prompt, food or food you want to try, or a recipe, you can interpret the prompts that I give. Foods that I want to try as a type of food, like maybe you've never had what's the like New York style pizza, or you've never had a Philly cheesesteak, or you've always wanted to try I don't know, a dish that's native to a specific country. But maybe it's a recipe you want to try, or maybe someday you want to learn how to make bread or scones or whatever it is. If it's something you can right now, great. If it's not, I have only just learned that I like Indian foods. So I want to learn how to make some. I know the mechanics of some of the dishes I've had here, and I've helped a little bit. And it's a lot easier than I thought, honestly. So for me, foods I want to try. So definitely. So I'm going to go with like just Indian food in general because I've had about 4 dishes already. But I know that regionally dishes can be different. There's different levels of spiciness. I have still not tried an actual curry yet, I don't think. So I'm going to put Indian, IND, Indian cuisine here, and I'll put more than I have tried. I really want to open up and try some new things. Um, and more, I love Asian food to go. Not really an option here since it's a little more rural than I'm used to. Uh, but so for and this is all for me. I want to actually make it at home. I don't want to go have it out in a restaurant. Not that I wouldn't if the opportunity arose, but so more. I'm going to write Asian because it's not just Chinese food I want to try. There are some Japanese dishes, some Chinese dishes, and then like some from Cambodia and Laos that I'd really like to try. So Asian foods for me. And then later on I can add more things, but right now those are the two. Um, I am finding that I do enjoy spicy food. Um, my line is I don't want to cry in my food. Like I don't want it to be so hot that it actually uh makes me unhappy because I've seen people do that. The story I repeat most often is I went with a group of people when I lived in Scottsdale to a place called Tottie's, which is an Asian fusion restaurant, and they serve amazing pad thai. But it was like probably 10 people. And one of the guys ordered a soup and he ordered, and it's basically 1 through 10 for the heat. And I think I ordered a 7 for my pad thai, and he ordered a 10 on his soup. And he couldn't even eat his soup. Like he, he would take a couple bites and then he literally sweat pouring off him, tears coming out of his eyes. Like he didn't even eat half his soup, and I perceived him to be miserable the whole time. And it was like a machismo thing. Like he wanted to have the spiciest thing at the table, I think. Now my 7 was fine for the pad thai because I'd eaten there before and I knew what my level was. But it was just buckets of sweat, and he just crying in his food. It was weird and sad, kind of. I felt like, why pay for a meal that's so hot you can't actually enjoy it, you know? So I am doing affirmations. I know that might be a little woo woo for some of you. My and not everybody's a spicy person. I found that I have a pretty good tolerance for it. I don't try and push the limit because I've known people in my life where they've eaten so much spicy food that they can't tolerate it at all anymore. And if your spicy level is 0, embrace it. Enjoy the food you enjoy. Never feel pressured by anybody else to make it spicy, because everybody really is different. What might feel barely spicy to me might be burning hot to someone else. You really can't judge somebody else's spice level or make them feel bad for it because we literally all are that different. So I've been doing affirmations. I've still been doing the one from the beginning of the book. This one, the morning mantra thing. I do that when I get up, that I showed the other day. So fun. But today for our I've been going up and down the stairs a lot to go down to the basement, and they're not like regular stairs, guys. They're like, I don't know. They're like, I feel like I'm a toddler going up regular size stairs when I go up these stairs. So it's big steps up, like a big curb or something, when you, so big step up. So my thighs are like killing me, ladies. So I picked this affirmation, because I got up last night and I was like, oh, And I was like, so the affirmation for today is I release all past pain and embrace a future of wellness and joy. Because I don't want to stop going up and down the stairs. Obviously, it's good for me. To more activity. It has been so cold and windy. I haven't made it up the street to the cemetery. It's literally up the street. It's not even a full block. But every time I go out there, it's like just cold ass wind in my face. And on the next days, we've been running some errands. So um, I have vowed to myself, unless it stays, because it was like 32 or 33 last night. And I think it's in the 40s today. And it's super windy. At least right now it is. But I'm going to get up there before the end of this week because, I like me some cemeteries. So later on, I'll write that in there. And probably on a lot of these, what I've been doing is kind of writing it down the side here. I leave a little space and just write it down the side in a different colored ink so it stands out. So my comedian to recommend today, and I didn't bring you guys any links, but because this was supposed to be a video, but I was like, I'm gonna go live, and I thought I would hang out with you guys and just have some fun. So it's Kathleen Madigan. I love, love, love her as a comedian. She has a couple of she has multiple specials. Right now she has two on Prime and one on Netflix. Her newest one is called Hunting Bigfoot, which is on Prime. She has a Madigan on Prime also. It's an older one. I would say it's probably 10 or 12 years old. And then Bothering Jesus, I would say, is 5 or 6 years old. I'm not 100% sure. But I think the order these would go in, if you wanted to have a reference, would be Madigan, Bothering Jesus, and then Hunting Bigfoot. I think it was last year it came out near the end of last year. I think she is super funny. So I hope you guys will give her a chance. And my recommended rom-com for this week, because I'm indulging a little bit, The Lost City with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum, something like that. That's on Netflix. So if you guys are so inclined, those are the things I've been enjoying. If you want to, if you guys have stuff you want to share that you've been enjoying, please feel free. You can put it here. You can share it in the Facebook group. I love to hear what you guys are doing. And, it's nice to see what other people like as well. I'm getting a drink of water. Hold on. Oh, and we had orange chicken for dinner last night. Awesome. It was made fresh at home. The chicken's not breaded. It's just, I think she tosses it a little bit in maybe chickpea flour. And then it goes in, if it's fried up in a pan and then goes into the sauce, which was handmade and delicious over rice. And I love rice, so it was great. So what should we do? We should add a picture to this. Let's see if we can't we did, I think last night we harvested some food stuff, right? So let me see what I can grab that was recently harvested and find something fun to put over here on our journal page for me to journal around. Let's see. I don't necessarily want words. And it's not, I'm so inclined to use stuff like this, but it's not fall. We're coming up on spring. Ooh, I do like carrots, though. We could put some carrots on there because this is about food. And I've been doing a little meditation, so maybe we'll put that on there. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I think those are things we'll do. Hey, Shelly, how you doing? Crafty Mama's in the house. So we'll grab those markers again. If I can remember where I put them. Give me 2 seconds. I can lose it that quick. Here we go. I found it. It's a nice quiet Saturday. So we're just gonna put a little bit of, just to give it a, I'm an inker, and I like inky edges. Some images it doesn't matter if the image is dark enough, you're not gonna see any edging around it anyway. But it makes me happy, so here we are edging some things. Let's see. So I have been watching the series Bosch, which I didn't, and I've been catching up on Midsummer Murders. I think I'm in season 11 now, maybe 12. Oops, I did get a little, got a little crazy right there. But I am in season 6 of Bosch. There are 7 seasons. And then there's like a legacy edition of it. It's a little darker than Midsummer Murders, but I'm finding it to be very engaging. You have to really pay attention, though. I find it's not like a side watch thing, which I can sometimes do with Midsummer Murders, because I find it, if I kind of side watch Bosch, there are quite a few characters, and then I'm like, who is that and what were they doing? But there's a lot of good actors in the cast. And they right now, or that they have some older characters, so they're touching on issues of aging in the series, which is nice, because you don't see it dealt with much. At least I haven't experienced it being dealt with much in some of the TV shows that I've watched. Okay, so let's add these into our journal today. I love to include color and make sure I've got this on. Yeah, I want the carrots out. Love carrots. And I think in the short time I've been here, 6 seasons is quite a lot. So I have genuinely been binging. Nothing wrong with that, but I do watch it while I'm like when I take the dictionary apart and the encyclopedia that I'm dying. And I have a encyclopedia to take apart, which I think will dye up really nice. I'm going to try and get a little bit in. I'm my second batch of Blueberry Kisses. I started taking out the paper this morning. So there'll be one third batch that should go in probably on Monday, I would think. And I'm going to try and put in some of the encyclopedia pages, because I think they might come out nice and crinkly. Because dyeing papers can change the texture of them sometimes and make them even more fun than they already were. We'll have a good amount of 24-pound paper, and one specialty item that I added in that I'm not sharing just yet. There'll be a teaser on Instagram as soon as I get to it. It's about midway down the paper batch. So that's my splash of color for today's journaling. I'm obviously not going to sit here and journal with you because that would be silly. But I thought we would look at maybe work in a little bit. So we'll go through again one more time the journal prompt today. If you're journaling along, if you're going to do some type of journaling, or if you just want to think about it, you don't necessarily have to write things down. Probably shouldn't show that side of things. It's just used paper, but I don't actually know what's on the other side. Um, Today's journal prompt is foods you would like to try. Now, that could be recipes, that could be food out, that could be something new that's been released by McDonald's this month, or your whatever your favorite fast food is, a different kind of pizza maybe than you normally get. So it could, and don't limit yourself to to it being a food. It could be a recipe you want to try, or that you want to make a certain kind of muffin. If it's food related, it's good. Use it as your prompt. I've got a picture of carrots. So, roasted carrots are a lovely, lovely thing. I like honey roasted carrots. I like honey. Let's just go there. I love honey. So that's our journal prompt. Our affirmation for today is I release all past pain and embrace a future of wellness and joy. Our comedian was Kathleen Madigan, who you can find on Prime and at Netflix. Her most recent special is Hunting Bigfoot, which is on Prime. So if you want to see like the most current, that's the one. And then rom-com of the day, and we're going to change it to movies because not all of them are going to be rom-coms, is The Lost City. I think it's fun and entertaining and makes you laugh, and laughter is good for your soul. So The Lost City with Sandra Bullock and Tatum Channing, which is on Netflix. So let's pull this off of here, and we'll pull up this fall journal that I made. And I think we might glue a couple of things in here. I managed to get some rub-ons. I just had made a bag of stuff to go with this. One of you guys has this, the sister of this journal. And I'm just going to dump these things out because it'll be easier than me trying to grab a hold of them. There's the front cover, if you guys. It's been a little while since I've shown it. And then Carla sent me all of these fun orangey things. Look at to go with it. It's like it's not a sticker set. They're cutouts. You know, like it's like what's with cardstock, decorated cardstock. But it's all in shades of orange, so it's not just Halloween stuff, but it's things with an orange palette. And I had used a couple of them before, but I thought they would be great to add into this journal. And somebody did get the sister to this in one of the sales I had. This was fun to make. It is out of one of those file folders. The hanging file folders that have the metal piece through here that hangs in the filing cabinet. It was a green one of those. A fall sheet that I found. So this is a tea-dyed fall sheet. That I put on the cover and used in the spine. And then I put in, I think, just one big signature. I think this is one ginormous signature that I was having a lot of fun with. I did put edging on all the pages in some way. Well, most of them. Probably not every single page. But maybe. This is that sage paper that we did. And the papers are a little bit, this is showing a little lighter than it actually is, because this looks like a tan or gray piece. And this is actually Tentative Dawn. And that is the sage that had the really dark edge on it. That's a Graveyard Dirt 11 by 17 piece with some nice trim on it. But I thought I've got some rub-ons here. And then I've got Carla's pieces. And we've got some stuff that I've harvested too that we can maybe start just adding in a little bit. So that by fall, if we work on it slowly and it should be ready by then, because I've started the composition book first, and I generally don't jump between journals in terms of writing, but this could easily turn into a glue book. I could totally see it as a fun glue book, but we'll start by adding in just some fun and see what happens. Anybody else? I so love fall. I can't even tell you. that even when it's not fall, I dig fall. We'll have to do something for spring coming up, though, right? We can't just not acknowledge spring. So let's see. What do we want to... Do we think... I think that one of these would look really great on this orange page right here. And that's got another leafy fabric that I had that was tea-dyed in my stash when I lived in Vegas. So let me... I think I've taken the stick out, but I think we can use maybe a pen or something to do this. Or I've got some chapstick up there that we could use. Okay, so we're going to want to cut off whatever it is we use. And I'm thinking maybe just this piece right here with the little dots. So we'll just cut out this whole little section right here at this end with our scissors, and I'll use my little tiny scissors. You guys doing anything? Anybody traveling or have family plans for the rest of this weekend? What are you guys doing with your weekend besides gracing me with your presence? Because I love having you here, but you know, I love to hear what you guys are up to. So if you have anything, feel free to chime in and let me know. Okay, so we're going to put this right here. And this is my favorite. They don't make it anymore. This is the Avon Vanilla lip balm. It is my absolute favorite. And they brought it back after they discontinued it and offered it 1 year. And I bought like 10 of them. And this is the last one. I'm pretty sure. I think that the other one I brought with me was flavor blueberry or something Christmassy. So we've been on for about 37 minutes. So we might actually think about doing a couple things in here. And then I'll probably come on tomorrow, maybe in the afternoon again, or the early evening. I don't want to come on too late because everybody will be going back to work on Monday, right? Let's see if this is actually going down or if I maybe need to change up what I'm using. Rub-ons can be picky. Okay, so far that is coming up. Let's a little bit more. Let's do it's because it's still a little. Still wanting to stick a little tiny bit to the. All right, let's try this again. And I'll have a little better plan tomorrow for what we're going to do. I was getting ready to start filming the video, and I'm like, I should just go live. Oh, that part's not coming off right there. The very edge of that leaf. Maybe we'll switch. Let's try the back of this metal scissors. I know it's good to have a little padding under there. You don't want to do it just on a plain. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, that's the ad. As I'm peeling, I'm trying to find the difficult. I don't just want to rip it away. Ta-da! We did it! Yay! Hey, Malia! You're lurking and working. Anybody still there? I don't know. I may have... If my computer did a weird thing. So I don't know if anybody's... Oh, that's good. I was worried I lost you guys. Okay. That was a scary minute right there, right? Look, we got our little... Let me bring that up a little bit so you can see it a little. It's just a little grouping of leaves. I think it looks nice on the orange page. We might add something down here later. Or we could add one of these. That was a little scary, guys. So look, we've got, oh, look at that. A butterfly. We've got a sunset thing going on. Have a letter L. Ooh, that's nice. I'm looking for something. Ooh. Or this might be good. Look, even laundry, washing machines with Candy. How you doing? Hi. Look, or even orange roller skates. We got choices. Man. So, what do you guys think? Should we go washing machines, roller skates? I think maybe those are black-eyed Susans. Well, some kind of, or it could be carnations. A sunset or a butterfly. What do you guys think we should slide right on down here into the corner? Anybody got? I felt like more of you came in, and then all of a sudden the computer went no, and then it came back, and I was like, "Yay! You like the sunset, Candy? Let's do that. Let's put that one on there. Let's do it." Okay. So I'm over here looking for something that I just had. Oh, here it is. I keep slipping under things. Slip sliding away over here. If you guys haven't checked out, Malia has, I'm not sure if it's just on Instagram, but she's building a packaging journal, and I have never been more jealous of trash in my entire life, guys. It's coming out. She was putting together the signatures the last time I looked, and it looks like an amazing fun. Once she's done putting it together, it's going to be so fun to use. And I was watching it the other day, and I'm like, I am actually jealous of trash. Because she's got some great she's got little kids. So it's like a cloudy sky, sunsetty kind of thing. Just fun with some orange and a little bit of purple in it. It's got a little purple in it. So if you haven't, I'll grab Malia's channel link in just a second. Let's get this started on the paper. But she's, if you have some packaging around, you can definitely get some inspiration there. And she showed pictures of her napkin journal, which is also awesome. I've been kind of over napkins for a while, but she had some fun ones. Okay. So let's let that start. You know, sometimes they like to lift, so let me just poke over there to Instagram and grab a quick link. Oof. All right, put my chapstick away in a safe place. Ooh, and I did have one other thing I wanted to show you. A thing I'm thinking about making just as a fun. I want to put that over here. Let's see. So let's go here. Notifications. Give me just a second. Okay. There we go. Mm-hmm. Haha, I win. I win the search. Okay. There we go. So, Lilia's Insta. There we go. If you guys haven't looked at it, she's got some cool stuff going on. All right. So there we go. Look at that. We've got one page. It's got some goodies on it. And this is how I like to do it. You guys have seen my other journals, my other personal journals. And you know that I love. I'll grab. Oh, that's not a journal. That's a summer glue book. So this is one of my bigger ones. But I always try to include, look, we've got some pom-pom trim, and I put images in, dimensional stuff, whole pages from magazines if I think that they're useful. Look at that's a Curious George ice cream sticker, and I've got googly-eyed witches and avocados. So I put all kinds of things. Look, that's from the Gamer magazine. Just whatever strikes my fancy. Look, there's a patch that I got from a thrift store that's like a mushroom, some penguins. So I put all kinds of stuff in my journals. Because I think it makes them fun, right? Oh, and I was going to show you the other thing. Let's see. Ooh, and I have to tell you guys that people here are super fun and nice. There's probably a free cycle, everywhere in the U.S. And you can put up things for people to come and pick up and take from you. Oh, good, Candy. Thank you. You know what? She is super funny. And she's got the two cutest girls ever. And she makes really fun, amazing stuff. She's got an Etsy store and all that. But we put out there that we were looking for some dye. And I did get some dye, but it's down in the basement, so I can't show it to you. But the lady also threw in some magazines. So she put in, look at this Audubon. Look at how amazing. So I got an Audubon. Look, it's a duck in the snow. Meet the Neighbors. I love that. So last night came in. I don't know that I'll be able to use that. That's like a news magazine. There were a couple of interesting images in here. There's Carolina Country. And this is, I think, after the hurricane that came through here. Look, it's a gourmet magazine, you guys. There is some excellent pictures of food in here. Look at that burger. Open-faced lamb burgers with mint yogurt sauce. Oh, look at that. Begin with a one-room cabin and a sack of local potatoes, mussels, and fresh water. So, and this is on Canada's Prince Edward Island. But isn't that a beautiful pic? I'm not in love with the cars there, but it is a nice picture. Look. So this one has some really great pictures in it. So these will be coming up in harvests. You know I love me some magazines. So that could be a fun one for the paper, the puffy paper puppets we want to make. It's a redo of my, because I had to throw mine away. And I really, that could be a good one too. I love the look on his face. So look, I've even found stuff for another project. So we'll have to bring this one up soon in the harvesting. And then a North Carolina wildlife magazine. So a little bit about forest fires. Look at that. Nice. Just some great pictures and fun stuff going on. And this was just an unexpected treasure that came with the dye. So how fun is that? And all free from Free Cycle. Woohoo! So yeah, I think it was a case of ask and you shall receive. So let's get look, I even brought a little it was stuck inside the bag. Some buttons that might go with our journal here. We add some to the cover for sure. That could be fun. Let's pick another page that we want to add some orangey goodness to. How about this falling leaves one? Look, I even sewed it together before the bobbin ran out on the sewing machine. So let's see. Let's pick 4. I'm trying to see what this is. Oh, here we go. I got it. It's an alleyway between 2 buildings. I'm like, is that like beds? What's happening here? So let's bring up like 4 and we'll choose one that we like to go on this page. We'll pick different ones from last time. There's one with the moon and some daisies. I love me some daisies. Look, there are some lights right there. Ooh, and this will be a good one. This will be our 4th choice. Just some leaves in hands. So I will bring those up a little closer to as we go through time here. So this is like a walkway between 2 buildings, like you would see maybe in a European city or maybe New York. Some lights. Again, another sunset with some daisies and then fall leaves. What do you guys think? What should we glue onto this page? Anybody have an opinion? If not, I will choose. I know that there can be sometimes lag. So I just had it in my hand. Oh, here we go. So I was, before I realized I had the buildings, I like the buildings too. They're fun, right? So, and we'll just put that, I think we'll put it down here because that's a little different. All right. So give me a second. So before I realized I had this book and the other one, I was like, well, I need to make myself a little glue book. So I had the pile of magazines and I had already started harvesting. So I had some of the covers of the magazines and some of the thicker ads off. And I was cleaning up to put stuff in the recycle. And I'm like, well, why don't you just use this? Because look, here's this. It's a thicker, and that's from Wicked. And then there's another. These are ad pages. And I cut the perfumey part off this one. So I'll add a few more. But this is almost ready to. So these are like, off the covers and other stuff for the magazines. I thought, why not just make a journal out of that? Completely stuff that would have gone in the recycle. And here we'll have a little glue book and it'll be fun. So I just need to get a needle and some thread for that. Now let's add on our little building thing. Building. And we'll semi-ink up our edges here. So yeah, I've started taking the first of the blueberry kisses. And we'll see, some pictures coming up on Instagram. I even put in for the stuff I showed you to make a new journal, like my I Did It list journal. I put a paper bag that came with something used from Recycle, a little handle paper bag. It's it's a grocery sack kind, but it's not super thick. I dropped that into the Blueberry Kisses die just to see what would happen. And it should be coming out probably a little bit later today. I didn't put it down very far in the. So I try to reuse, all kinds of things. Some things get reused just for what they are, and other things can be added to journals or turned into jelly prints or other fun stuff. There's lots of ways to upcycle materials, to be putting less stuff in in landfills, right? And as Malia has demonstrated, packaging can be very fun to work with. So there we go. All right, and we have been on for almost an hour, but I will be back tomorrow because tomorrow's Sunday and I don't think I have anything scheduled. So I'll come on in the maybe early evening, so it'll be mid afternoon for you guys. So maybe I'm thinking maybe 6 o'clock my time. That'll be around 3 o'clock your guys' time on the West Coast. So it'll be 6, 5, 4, and 3 across the country heading west. Yes, playing with trash is the best. Yes, it is. Because you can make normal, ordinary, everyday things into the most fabulous, uh, stuff. And you don't even, and we throw stuff away without even thinking about how awesome it actually is. So yes, Candy, I do hope to see you tomorrow. Love getting to hang out with you, girl, and all of my other lovely ladies that are in here. Shelly and Malia and Candy and Yesenia and Rebecca and anybody who's lurking. I know we always have lurkers, and I love my lurkers. You are awesome, and I hope that you are getting some art done and that you are having an awesome weekend, everybody. So see you tomorrow at 6 my time. It'll be 3 on the West Coast, and um, I think that we will have some more fun. Do a few more things. Maybe I can find, maybe we'll glue book tomorrow. We could a little glue booking. I haven't done any glue booking since I've been here, other than inside my journal. Oh, and thank you for keeping me company, lovely Rebecca. Crabby in the house. Thank you, Shelly. I hope to see you tomorrow if you have time too. So how are you guys spending your days and nights? I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You are awesome, ladies. Don't ever let anybody make you feel like you're not, because you are made of awesome. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you guys the happiest of crafting. Find a little joy in every day if you can. And that's going to be bye, 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 bye. The end. I'm pushing that button, ladies. Push the button. Oof. Okay. Yes, push the right button.